What's up, my friends? Nick here, and welcome to today's video. We're gonna do something a little bit different. We're actually gonna pop outside for a little bit. The weather is cooling down a little bit. It's only about 100 degrees now, so we're gonna go outside, share some things. And one thing I want to talk about specifically on this video is one of the biggest questions that I get from day in and day out, okay? And it's a big reason on why a good percentage of people that come online never make any money. All right, so we made it outside, and you probably noticed, and I was just looking over the footage, my glasses. They're blue blocker glasses, and they help me when I'm watching screens and, just easier on my eyes. But I just noticed that the light was very reflective, and it definitely showed that these are blue blockers. I probably don't necessarily need to even be wearing these, but that's neither here nor there. So we're here out in sunny Scottsdale, Arizona. Like I said, it's only about 100 degrees today, which is incredibly hot for most people, but it's kind of cooling off for us. So I want to talk specifically about one question that I get most often, not most often, but I get it from time to time. And the question is, why do we have to pay money to make money online? Now, I want you to just put down in the comments, have you ever asked this question yourself? Because I'm curious. I want to know, what's your perspective? Do you think that you have to pay money to make money? I just want to hear what you have to say, because I get this question so often, and I want to just address it real quick. So we're gonna walk down here a little bit, and we're gonna head to another spot, and we're gonna address this right now. All right, so let's talk about this question that is always popping up. First, before we do get started, as always, I have to mention, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure and do that. We talk all about business, how to market your business, and how to make money online so you can live that freedom-based life that everyone is after. Okay, I've been able to travel the world, live life on my terms along with my students, my friends, all this kind of stuff, and I would love for you to be next. So again, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so it'll be updated. A lot of times it can get very hectic and crowded on YouTube, so if you're not have that bell notification, you might not get notified. So I don't want that for you. Let's get into this question. So what the heck is this question? Well, as I kind of alluded to earlier, it's why do you have to pay money to make money online? And I'm not saying that you 100% absolutely have to, it's a hard and fast rule. I'm just saying that for most cases, that is what happens. And there's a few answers to this. One, a very short answer is, well, let me ask you a quick question. If you don't know how to do something, what do you need? Education, right? And education, it just typically is not free. If you want to go to a cooking class, you have to pay the instructor to be in the cooking class. If you want to go to college, you have to pay the university to be in the college, right? So it's really no different online. Yes, there are free resources out there, like this YouTube channel specifically, and other people's YouTube channels. But if you want the highest, most education that's structured, that's designed to help you get results, it has a system behind it. Sorry, out by the street right now. Has a system behind it, and even if they have an affiliate program where there's commission structures, they probably have employees, they have hosting fees, website fees, a lot of different stuff that goes into it. And the reality is, somebody has to pay for that. So it's the people that are taking the education, just like at a university, the kids that are at the university, they're paying for the buildings, they're paying for the professors, they're paying their salaries. So people need to get paid. Education is not free. And if you want the best education, the one that's designed to get you results, you have to pay for it, okay? Because if you're not educated, you have to get educated in order to know what to do to go out there and get results. See, a lot of people, and I get this question from people that are saying oh, they just want to come online and just make a ton of money and not really know anything. They think it's some little hack or some little trick, some little secret, some flip of the switch, but that's not the case. And you know that just as much as I know that, right? I know you're a savvy individual, and you wouldn't really expect to just get nothing for something. I'm reading this book right now called How to Make One Hell of a Profit and Still Get to Heaven by John D. Martini. And it just that's kind of why I decided to make this video, is because it kind of setting me a little bit more and if a service is rendered, then money must be paid. That's kind of one of the laws of the universe, okay? And there's actually kind of a second answer to this. Why do you have to pay in order to make money online? So let's talk about this. And I actually like this answer even better. Okay, we talked all about, education isn't free, that kind of stuff. It just makes sense, it's logical. We get it, right? People need to be paid, people need to be compensated for giving education out, right? But this is the answer that I like even better, and it took me a while to really come to grips with this. And that is the fact that we do not value stuff we get for free. That's certainly not as much as we value stuff that we pay for. I remember one of the first times I really got invested into my online business. I had to pay $3,000 that I didn't have. I actually borrowed it from a friend. I was living with my parents. I was working as a landscaper and making barely any money. But the simple fact that I invested $3,000, that wasn't even mine. So I was just I had skin in the game. I had to pay this person back. I had to win. I had to succeed. Now think about that from someone else's perspective that just comes online, watches a YouTube video, and is like, oh yeah, it'd be great to make money online. When, on the flip side, it's I had to. It was a must. There was no chance that I could not make this happen, because if not, then I was a shitty friend. I couldn't pay my friend back. I also just wasn't. Ultimately, what happened is that it became a must for me. It became, I must succeed. It wasn't, I'd like to succeed it would be nice to succeed. It was, I'm going to make this happen no matter what. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I will make this happen. I will make this happen. It's a much different perspective than you just coming and watching a YouTube video or downloading a free ebook or something like that. You have no skin in the game. I even remember I have some mentors that they have this big mastermind, and they were just such good dudes, and they decided to give some free copies to this big this free memberships to this mastermind to some of our friends, and they gave it to five of our friends, and only one person out of that 5 even logged into the back office when they charge $200 a month. Now, it's not a crazy amount of money, but it's not a little bit amount of money. But think about this. If all 5 of those guys were to pay for it, they likely would have logged in, they would have learned all the information, they would have applied the information. But since they just got it for free, they didn't even log in. Okay? So, long story short is, 1, education is not free. It just isn't. If a service is rendered, there needs to be payment for that. And secondly, you only truly value what you pay for. So there you have it, my friends. Hope that was helpful to you. Hopefully now you understand why you really actually want to invest in yourself. You want to put money in so that you can get a return. Okay, nothing's free in this world, and you should never expect that. Just because, especially when you start a business, or maybe you already started a business and you want people to pay you, you want to come in with the same type of mindset. You want to attract those type of people in that are willing to pay, that are willing to invest, that understand this whole idea of investing in yourself, and know that's really the truest way to actually make money and create a business and have a flourishing business. You want to start putting good vibes, good energy out that you want to attract clients in, okay? So, if you guys enjoyed this type of stuff and you'd like me to share more of this type of mindset stuff, make sure and hit subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you got out of this video. And appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next one. One last thing that I want to share with you here before I head to the outro that I was just thinking about while I was out, but got back in here. I want to share something that is really going to help you. Now, you might not be able to pay for something, okay? You might not be able to pay for $1,000 course or something like that, okay? But I want to give you a little perspective that might help you understand you actually might be able to do that when you don't think you can. Okay, let me take these off. Let's think about this for a second. A drug addict, okay? Think about a heroin addict that just needs his fix. That is one of the most resourceful people out there. And if they need $1,000 for drugs or whatever the price is, I have no idea, to be honest. But let's just say if they needed $1,000 to get that fix, they would do whatever it took. They would beg, borrow, steal. They would do whatever it took to get that money, right? So what I want to encourage you to really understand and conceptualize is that, let's say you don't have the money and you're broke and you're just starting out. But like I shared before, I was broke too. I didn't have the money. I wasn't sure on how I'd do it. but I did whatever it took. I borrowed money from a friend. Now, I don't know if you have a friend that you can borrow from, but the whole idea is that I got resourceful. I was like a drug addict. I knew I wanted success, so I did whatever it took to get there. Okay? So if you have to borrow money, if you have to, save up, you have to do whatever. Okay? Just understand that, like we talked about throughout this entire video, the way you're going to be able to really explode online is if you really invest in yourself. That's the only way. So you do need money. Okay? I'm just telling you that. So get resourceful. It's not about having resources, it's about getting resourceful. And if you can have that sense of, you can have that understanding, and you can develop that mindset, and you can develop that skill of being resourceful versus just having resources, that's going to pay out so much down the road. Thanks for watching the video, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Can't find my way now, I just need you by my side. Lately I've been thinking, baby, we could get away and never look back.